You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnny and Ralph. Now let's get it.
To another episode of Oversaturated the Podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 311.
Man, 311, man. I'm still Hemi Duncan this week.
I love the Spurs references.
All Spurs references until something else happens.
I see what
until further notice.
I see what they're doing out here. It's crazy for us Spurs fans to be fans this long. It's good to see them back, baby. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated the Podcast. X is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat The Podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. If you want to follow us individually, I'm the Mind of Ralph across the social media platforms.
On X, I'm JON, 2 underscores, the letter B. On Instagram, I'm JBS underscore ESL underscore AAMU. Round of applause, man. Bye. Another week. My guy, how you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Feeling great, man. It's a Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to any mothers that may listen to our broadcast.
For sure.
I'm cool, bro.
Yeah.
My weekend is always a blur, bro. I look up, it's Sunday. Pretty much. But
Word.
Shout out to my niece who graduated from college yesterday with her bachelor in.
That's what's up.
Shout out to her.
Dual major, I love it.
Yeah, dual major. Like,
I love
social
it.
sciences and stuff like that. So I can't, name and everything she got. All right, cool. Shout out to you. But
hey,
I'm
dual major in anything is amazing. Shout out to her, man.
Yeah, I'm proud of her. I love her, man. I watched that girl grow up. That's crazy. I'm talking about college, like she full grown now. Like,
yep.
And then the rich uncle, quote unquote, kicks in. So I was, a little something neat.
Slide something to the side, yeah.
Little something, you know what I'm saying? Him being 2 weeks might be a little more, you know what I'm saying? Like, time back. And then it couldn't be small as many shoes she see me buy. It's as many kicks as the niece sees on the ground.
That's a fact.
Can't give him no $25 gift card. That should get split with somebody.
That's a fact. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. No, shout out to niece though. Hey, man. Look, I'm good. I'm happy to be here. Mm-hmm. Like Ralph said, happy Mother's Day to all the mamas, baby mamas, adoptive mothers, moms in training, mother-in-laws, anything that got mama in the title. Shout out to y'all. Man. Mm-hmm. Went to church with my mom this morning. My mother-in-law then went out to eat. So, we just chilling. Man. All the stories start coming out. Oh, my baby did this. And I'm like, all right, let me just go over here and talk to the fellas. Yeah, let me go talk to the fellas. I'm cool. But it was good. It's been a good weekend. The weather has been fantastic this whole weekend. So it's been great, man. So I'm here. I'm here, baby.
Yeah, man. So I guess what we doing off the dome?
Off the dome.
I got one for you. A good hypothetical. We're in the spirit of, or in the season of, I should say, nostalgia, right? And if Johnny was the creative director at company, insert name here, mm-hmm. What fashion brand or shoe brand would you bring back in today's space if you could? You are the creative director, but you got to revitalize it. It can't be something that, it's something that's dormant, something that ain't popping no more.
Yeah. Damn, that's a good one. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think back to like everything we used to wear when we was growing up that's no longer here. Yeah. You know what? And I think recently Nelly tried to revive apple bottom jeans, mm-hmm. but I would say like with the increase of like BBLs in the last 10 years, I
Mm-hmm.
would absolutely try to bring those back, because we don't necessarily have to make jeans, but we can make all form fitting bottoms, right? We could do jeans, we could do legends, we could do leggings, we can do shit, we could put apple bottom across, apple and bottom, one on each cheek, a word on each cheek. Like, we can figure out ways to make the BBLs.
Keep cooking, bro.
Yeah, look, I'm just.
Keep cooking,
I
bro.
think I think it only makes sense because with the rise of the BBL over the last 10 years, is like, I'm going to imagine it's a little difficult for these young women to find pants that fit them the right way,
Yeah.
So I think that would have been perfect,
Okay.
perfect in today's time.
I fucks with it. I actually, I'm gonna go left field. I think I want to go like a shoe, and it won't be like a sneaker because that's a dime a dozen. I'm actually gonna revitalize lugs. Now hear me out.
Okay.
The lugs boot, right? Despite how it may have looked, it was just it fit the time. But I will find a way to kind of modernize the look to bring it
Mhm.
up to a 2027 standard. Let's just say that. But like the work class, like the boot that's kind of like that middle price point
Mhm.
doesn't exist anymore. And if it does, it's not stylish.
Yep.
Like what I'm saying. Like I don't know if UGG has gotten into that space, but you know what I'm saying. Like Timberlands are like, oh my god, them heavy ass boots. Like that's why I don't. You know what, New Yorkers, y'all can have that shit. Them heavy ass boots, bro. My plantar fasciitis is hurting thinking about it right now.
Ma-
So you know what I'm saying, them damn construction boots. But I mean, but I think that I know it's tough to kind of break away from what we know as a norm, and then something that was kind of like short lived, and then it was only good for a time. If you say lugs, niggas will clown you, and I get it, I get it. But if you make something that's stylish and then it say lugs, it's kind of hard to like front on it if
yeah.
it's hard. So I don't know what the marketing campaign would be for it, but I know we would have to kind of get in the lab and figure this thing out, and then slap lugs on some fire. Then let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? For a middle price point though, too. I ain't trying to kill people's pockets.
So like, would you change the logo? Like, how would you make it stylish?
Well, I mean, style is style, right? You just
Mm.
get with like people that are already in the space of like recreating and like thinking about new, innovative ways to make a boot. I know there's only so many ways you can make one, but like, I hate to say it, but Kanye has like a stylish type of boot
Yeah.
over in Yeezy if you go look for those things. So the logo would probably have to be changed a bit.
Hmm.
But then again, the logo does bring nostalgia to it because, like, if you see Saucony or Saucony, I don't know where people got that from. I don't know why they say Saucony. I don't know what bougie shit that is, but it's like tomato, tomato, I guess. But Saucony was like a cheaper brand, something you can just get. It wasn't like a Reebok Classic, but it was just a shoe that you can have and you can wear. And then all of a sudden they came back, and then they started doing collabs with like black creators and stuff like that. And then it revitalized what the shoe actually looks like. And
Hmm.
but the logo stays the same though. The logo never changed.
Got you.
So if you stick true to what the logo is, just innovate the style. Like the logo is the logo, and then I think people will always look at that logo and always say, "Hey, I associate them with this."
Okay.
You know
I
what I'm
got you.
saying?
Yeah.
Because that's why, like, when you think about those, like McDonald's and Taco Bell and stuff like that, they don't deviate too far from the plan.
Facts.
They might change it, but it ain't going too far left.
Right.
Them golden arches been like that for fit.
For eons, goddamn.
Listen, they might have changed the font a little bit, but that's them golden arches.
Might be a
Yeah,
different hue of yellow, but no, it's
yeah,
still.
yeah, yeah.
That's funny.
That might have took a little bit of the racism out the font, from the '50s, but now it's a little modern. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
funny. Going back to my apple bottoms
Mm-hmm.
comment, they missed the opportunity to make the booty donuts. The women can't sit a specific way right after the BBL. So like they missed the opportunity to make the joints that you could sit on, like on the plane and
Yeah,
stuff.
like
Like,
if you had if you did put something like that on a like the booty donut, right? It would be people like having something that has a brand on it, and they be like,
yes,
"Ooh, I went and got my BBL, and I got the apple bottom donut to sit on."
yes, yes.
But we like that. We like that.
Damn, that would have been fire. Anyway, shout out
Yeah.
to everybody. All right. So for my off the dome, right? This is a music question and follow me, right?
Okay.
So with the release of the Michael Jackson biopic, I've been revisiting all the albums, right? Just because nostalgia, it feel good. You know, some of my favorite albums of all time. I get to the bad album, and Bad Smooth Criminal. You the hits, right? But then we get to the latter part of the album, and then Leave Me Alone, Another Part of Me comes on, right? Now, these are songs I thoroughly enjoy. These songs are still fire to me, but I feel like they're skippable. So I wanted to ask you, well, I guess first thing, do you think a fire B-side can also be a skip?
Absolutely.
Okay, and then my second part to that is, what is one of your favorite skippable songs, if that makes sense?
Favorite skippable is no such thing. I skip it because I just don't enjoy the song. Like since we're keeping it Michael Jackson themed, I always stand on the fact that Thriller has 8 good songs. Like, because The Girl Is Mine is skip. Like, I say that all the time. Skip, skip, like, skip. Fast forward. Like, everybody got these egregious tastes like Scream and all these other songs don't get no.
Oh,
the Girl Is Mine don't get no burn. Skip.
See, okay. Do I skip it? Sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you. But do I enjoy the song? I enjoy the song. I like the back and forth. I think it's a little cringe sometimes.
He should have got a different, like, somebody to go back and forth with. I know what the play was, but I don't give two what's about Paul McCartney. So
same.
That's why it's skip.
But you know what's crazy though? There's an even more skippable song than that in Michael Jackson's catalog.
Jam.
And it actually no, and it's not Jam. It's a song that features Stevie Wonder. Just Good Friends on the Bad album. That is a major skip for me. Like I am all the way cool on that one. No, thank you.
I mean, we had those conversations about do classic albums have skippable, tracks. Like, I don't know where people get this idea that a classic album has to be flawless, right? I don't think that's I don't think we can stick to those terms of thinking about music, right? Because people will get on podcasts, i.e. us, right, or whoever, will say the most egregious things about classic albums to kind of denigrate what the standard is. If this is the standard and is held to this highest regard, you can have your opinion. Nobody's refuting that. But let's just not act like just because you said this got 2 to 3 skips that you don't like doesn't mean the album isn't great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's I think those are weird takes that we have. I'm not going to exclude myself from and make myself seem like this music snob. But I just, we've been in this podcast space for and we've seen it. It's like people just say the most asinine things to denigrate what a classic album is. The album is classic, and we're not refuting that. Now, can we have some skippable tracks? Absolutely. I stand on that.
Yeah.
But we're not taking the classic tag off of it because you don't like track 7.
Right. And,
you know what I'm saying?
And again, everybody's music taste is not the same. So you may dislike track 7, but it's widely accepted across the culture in the world, right? So,
right, exactly.
That's fine.
Now, if we got to break down what classic is across, like what's the definition of classic and how you tier it, okay, that's something else. But if it's already regarded, we're not doing this
at all.
Like, you can say the songs that you like and you don't like, but that's not going to change the status of the album, big dog.
Yep. And then
you see how we went from one subject to another. But hey, people, that was off the dome. What if you were a creative director of a brand to bring back in shoes or clothing? What would it be and why?
Yep. And then, is there a song that you really like from an album, but you skip it sometimes? Let us know.
Yeah. OS gang, what's happening, family and kinfolk? We got a few topics here on the OS news docket for this week, but let's start here with some positivity, man. We got one of the greatest rap groups ever assembled coming back to reunite, but they're one member short, unfortunately. The Migos has announced that they are reuniting to do new music. So you have Quavo and Offset getting back together to possibly do a new album. So Johnny, what's your thoughts on the Migos getting back together?
I'm here for it. Like
Mm-hmm.
when they initially broke up,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't even remember what it was for or why they broke up.
Yeah.
But I did say to myself at the time, I'm like, whatever it is, I'm almost certain that they will be able to get past it. Now I ain't know how long it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Like it could have been 10 extra years added. We have no idea. And
Yeah.
of course we did not think that we wouldn't have Takeoff here with us in the
Yeah.
midst of them getting back together. So rest in peace to Takeoff. But I'm here for it. Like
Yeah.
I listen, like Ralph said, Migos is one of the greatest rap groups of all time. And if they're deciding to get back together, I am all for it. I am
Yeah.
all for it. Existential circumstances aside, I think both of them are going through their own things personally outside of music. But the fact that whatever's going on behind the scenes, they're able to, talk it out and say, "Hey, let's get back to, making music." I'm here. I'm here for it.
Yeah. I think well, for one, let's start with the positive, right? I think that it is a great thing that they have reconciled because they did the reunion. I think what 2 years ago, right after Takeoff was tragically
Mm-hmm.
murdered.
Mm-hmm.
They reunited. I think at BET they did the performance of Bad and Bougie. Everybody really enjoyed that. But when you're a 3-man group, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like TLC doing a show without Left Eye. Like this kind of crazy. I mean,
Right.
that's how I'm viewing it. But I am happy that they got back together and at least reconciled and at least said, hey, let's get to this, get to back to making music. But I wonder would it be posthumous Takeoff verses on here, or will it just be kind of like what Takeoff and Quavo did when Offset went apart from the group because they dropped the album
Yeah.
together. Those two outside of Takeoff. I mean, outside of Takeoff. So, outside of Offset. So, I'm I'm excited because the brotherhood is back together, but I think it's a recession indicator at the same time. Offset out here getting shot in his ass. Like, Quavo ain't really hot like that no more. Like, it's kind of like when New Edition and all their albums start flopping. Yay, we got to get back on the road, big dog. We got to make something happen. Got to make something shake.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's how I'm viewing this. Unfortunately, not to say good music can't come from it, but you just
Mhm.
kind of see the writing on the wall with it too.
Right. Let me ask you this. With them seemingly putting out new music, which would you
Hmm.
prefer? Would you prefer a Migos album with posthumous Takeoff verses? Or would you like, I guess, new music specifically from Quavo and Offset with them, I guess, mentioning or paying homage to Takeoff?
Um, I would say a combination of both because I
Okay.
think both are doable. I just don't want them to feel like they're excluding the their brother from the project at all.
Hmm.
Because if you go call it Migos, it has to be all three in some way,
Gotcha.
some form, or fashion.
Yo.
It's hard to sell me on a Migos project without any takeoff versus being there, any of them. Like you know what
Yo.
I'm saying. And I know it's some laying around on a disk drive or some
Mhm.
type of cloud storage somewhere. So y'all can figure out how to manage it and package it, put it together, and then do a homage song as well. You know what I'm saying? Like do all those things that you just stated. I like that concept, but I just don't want it to be void of takeoff if they're going to do it and do it right.
Right, right. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I think I think they probably need to do a full album and include Takeoff verses,
Yeah.
whether it's something they had from the old Migos sessions or something from Takeoff solo sessions or wherever they can find the verses. They have to incorporate them somehow. I
Okay.
feel like they absolutely have to,
Yeah.
from beginning to end. And we don't need a 14 track album. We really don't. But
I mean, that's actually short for people. You think 14 might be okay. Like, you know what I'm
damn,
saying?
damn, no, you're right.
You said it like that was. You said
Shit.
that was like
Hey,
like they was gonna come out here and give us
I,
a 10 piece. Like, nah, like 14 might be okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think
but
I'm
I.
still thinking about the fact that Chris Brown got 27 on his new joint. Now I'm like, we know he an anomaly because
Yeah,
that's his
exactly,
thing now. But
exactly.
yeah,
But let us know, people, what you think about Migos getting back together. You know what I'm saying? Let us know what y'all think about that. The Iceman cometh, man. May 15th, Friday is coming real soon. The rollout continues, and it's not even Drake and his camp doing it. It's people, these media outlets, they're yapping. A lot of people just get on these podcasts, i.e., us, and start yapping. But let's start with DJ Whoo Kid. DJ Whoo Kid, I think, was on the Art of Dialogue. If I'm not mistaken. But long story short, he said that Kendrick did not live up to the cultural moment. Like Kendrick was only for a moment, and that's why hip hop is suffering. And he doesn't stand a chance or stand a candle to Drake's cultural dominance, hinting at why hip hop is suffering. Um, Johnny, we have heard this talking point from multiple people, respected people too, right, in the
Yep.
culture, not just the academics and the streamers. With all due respect to them, how do you feel about another like hip hop staple, right? You would damn near say DJ Whoo Kid
Facts.
saying these things as regard as to Drake.
DJ Whoo Kid mentioned the back and forth, the battle, as a moment, as if that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's comparing apples to oranges, right? We're taking one particular moment in time in Kendrick's career when it comes to this battle with Drake, versus Drake's entire 15 to 20 year run music. It's apples and oranges. You can't compare a year versus 20 years and then say, oh, Kendrick didn't do that much. This was only for this period of time. I think you can't do that. Because it's not the same thing. We're not weighing the same thing here. And during that same span of time that he's talking about with Drake, Kendrick was outside too making albums.
Yeah.
So I don't like the analogy. I don't like the analogy because I don't think he's comparing the same thing.
And it's kind of like I'll never discredit Whoo Kid because Whoo Kid is associated with G Unit and those mixtapes and all that. So no, he got weight in the game. So I can never say nothing about Whoo Kid. But I feel like that is such a disingenuous argument when people say those things. And you being the brand or DJ that you are, you should understand what the underground element of hip hop does and feeds the culture in a different way. If we are out here chasing stats, and listen, I coming from a guy that is a Jay-Z fan, I understand what it's like to cheer for someone that has awards and that the accolades and the number ones. Like I get that. I get that. But at the end of the day, the culture don't care about that stuff. Is the music good? Does it hit you here? That's really what the music should be for, right? Now, it's good that the artists that we love and cheer for are acknowledged on a worldwide scale where they get the awards, the number ones, the money, the business ventures. Like, we see them grow and we attach ourselves to that story. But I can't get with this whole Drake thing. He needs to be hot for hip hop to work. When if we find listen, y'all made him, make another one. Like, with all due respect, we can find another star. And I'm not saying Drake, listen, I don't know where the Drake box be coming from when I be saying these things. That is not a slight to Drake. I just know that everybody has their time in the sun and he has reached his apex. And now it may be time for someone else to emerge from the ooze, I would say. So I'm trying to make sense of why do they feel like Drake has to be the only one that we allow to have, this dominance. And then he lost the battle. So what?
Right.
Hey, you lose, niggas lose sometimes, and it happens. Like, you know what I'm saying? He'll be okay. He's rich. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's rich. He gave $50,000 to a streamer for going through an ice sculpture to find a date. He's okay. I guarantee you he's all right.
Right. I don't like the fact that they're like seemingly making Drake the end all be all when it comes to hip hop. Like, we can't rely on one individual to quote unquote save hip hop. This whole time Drake has been silent was a prime opportunity for whoever else to just rise to the top and do put the music out, make the music,
I
whatever.
mean,
But
the music.
even
No,
in
go
the
ahead.
my bad, even in the time where Drake has been silent, we've gotten some of the best albums that we could have ever gotten, i.e. the clips, right?
Hmm.
I.e. shit, even Tyler with Chromacopia, Big Sean, not Big Sean, Wale put out his album that I still got in rotation. There have been great albums to come out during Drake's hiatus. So
And
why is it that we're still waiting on him?
Cole dropped top of the year. His albums did numbers, right? You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? The
yes.
fall off did numbers. So it's kind of like I'm trying to make this make sense because people are still doing numbers, but it just feel like it's this void because Drake hasn't blessed us with music. Like
Right.
I'm so perplexed at the idea of it. But I think DJ Whoo Kid, it feels like niggas is starting to be payola because I can't. It's like DJ Whoo Kid finally speaks, and this is what you talk about. 3 day, like a few days before the album comes out. And then let's get to Academics, who always has something, going for the OVO live. He said that Iceman is a warning to all his enemies. Um, I'll start here first. I want to get this one.
No, go for it. Go for
It's
it.
interesting when the Drake fans make these bold proclamations, or the people that are insiders to hearing the Iceman album, or like you got Maul and whoever, like these top podcasters that have this inside information. Y'all doing the man a disservice. Like, we know the album is going to do numbers, right?
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure, because the anticipation is building just off of these talking points that everybody keeps saying. But for him to say it's a warning to his enemies, well, I mean, I knew what Drake album doesn't have subs, so it's always a warning, right? So I'm confused as to why you would say this now, like it's gonna be anything different. Like they're talking like Drake is gonna Drake is gonna change the way we listen to music. Like, it's like that's how they frame these arguments, and it sounds crazy to me, bro.
Bro, okay. So let me get up close because the TikTokers seem to like this angle. What enemies does Drake have? We just have people that may not like Drake. And that's cool. That's okay to not like him. That doesn't make them an enemy. So who are the enemies in this conversation that DJ Academics are talking about? I don't understand. I don't
Kendrick.
understand.
Well, we know Kendrick said it's for life. It's up until
Hey,
I feel like it's over.
I want okay. Maybe I don't necessarily really want this, but I kind of want Drake to actually say Kendrick's name on his album because I want to know if Kendrick got more for him. Kendrick said it's up for life, and I want to see if Kendrick right about this. I want to see if he true about this.
Well,
Cause why
I,
not?
I, I think I think he is. I don't think we need to. I don't think you need to provoke him.
But I feel like it's gonna happen.
he jumped.
He
He
may
jumped
not
out
say
there
it
for less.
directly.
He jumped out there for less. Remember
Facts.
last time he jumped out there for less.
It's true. It's true. It's true. So it would behoove Drake to
Hmm.
just put out his album.
Hmm.
Hopefully the slaps is on there,
Yeah, yeah.
and then just enjoy the summer. That's it.
This my thing, right? He ain't got to tuck his tail and act like it didn't happen. Do your thing, big dog. If you want to throw slick shots at people, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure the music slaps. That's what I'm
That's it.
asking for. That's
That's
all I'm
it.
asking for. But since we're on the conversation of Academics, who's currently the number one hip hop media power on the complex media power ranking of 2025, I would say, because we're in 2026 now.
Yo.
So, Johnny, we're going to get into the complex hip hop media rankings.
Yeah, man.
Ah, this is interesting, man. It's a the 2026 edition, but that's coming off of last year.
Yeah. So all right, let's
Do we
get
care? Do
to
we
it.
care about the criteria? I don't really care about the criteria, man. It is what it is.
I feel like
Does the
and
criteria matter?
so in this conversation, only so we know what Complex is basing their list off of,
Okay.
because we could see the top 10 and be like, well, why is he here over here? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to see if I see the criteria on here. Let's see. Who moves the conversation in the year where rap has no dominant stars or overachieving storylines? The media figures matter the most. This list now ranks not just individual personalities, but also platforms like Art of Dialogue. Uh, Power here means cultural influence, who can spark and steer viral rap debates. Everyone on the list was also asked to provide a temperature check on the genre, what they love about rap now, and what they hate. Okay. Huh, interesting. So, do we want to go through all 35?
Nah, I think
No.
them.
So, we want to do top 10?
Yeah, just
Top,
get to the top 10.
top
Like,
10. All right.
unfortunately, we probably blowing past like some good names, but we just got to focus on the top 10 because it's 35. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is a lot. It is a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
All right, so number 10, we got Plaque Boy Max. Now, this is a streamer, right? He a
Yeah,
streamer?
Black Boy was like top 5 last year. Last time we discussed him.
Hmm. Now, I've seen clips of his streams like on X and all that, but like, does he interview rappers? Like, I guess I'm not that familiar with his platform.
I'm definitely not. But you know what? They don't. With streamers, they don't really do interviews. Like, I mean, their version of an interview is like sitting down in the same room with like the rapper, but it's not like an interview. It's weird. It is an interview, but it's not. Does that make sense? It's like they sitting down kicking it or something.
Interesting.
I don't know, but you see, last year he was 4, so no, he was high last year because that was my introduction to him too. But I still haven't gone over to check over any of his content. But I mean, it looks like he linked up with Rio, the Young OG, Little Baby, and Lil Yachty. Those are not people I want to ever sit down and hear them have a conversation.
Ever, I don't know. Sometimes a name will turn me off to an artist. Like, I don't need to know who Rio the Young OG is. Like, I think I'm okay.
He need to reinvent himself, like did.
Right. All right, number 9. We got Ebro.
Hey, Ebro get the shit shaking, man. They hate Ebro. Ebro got kicked off Hot 97. He still found his way over to he doing a podcast with I forgot the young lady's name that does it with him, but him and Peter Rosenberg. So pretty much that whole conglomerate from the Hot 97 when they got kicked off.
Mm-hmm.
They just do the podcast. Ebro, Laura, and Rosenberg. That's what it is. But Apple Music, I know he does the thing with Apple Music. I know he has like the show over there, and then the Rap Life podcast. So, Ebro still gets stuff shaking, man. I know y'all hate him, but OG, he just say stuff. He just
like
stuff.
He be talking and really, I feel like the things he says he doesn't actually put thought to. He just takes his New York brain and just say shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I say he just says stuff. Like, you don't really be thinking. Right?
This New York. I don't care about none of that. Nah, that's okay. Anyway. All right, number 8. We got Kirko. Did I say that right? I pronounced that right?
It looked like it.
All right. Yep. Now, are you familiar with and this?
Oh, that's like
he didn't even have a.
Okay. That's like a featured on Kirko being the quickest to deliver breaking hip hop news on X. So. Is it like a profile? It may be like some type of profile, or like how like the Art of Dialogue just has people sit down. I know that's like maybe not the best equivalent that I'm trying to use, but it's like a brand almost.
Okay,
I don't know I don't think it's a person, right?
So this sounds like this is just like a Twitter page.
Yeah,
like it ain't even a okay.
It might be AI or something.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was AI. This page or whoever this is didn't even have a ranking last year, and they just burst onto the scene in number 8. Pause if applicable.
But if you got breaking news, all right then,
that's cool, I guess. So shout out to Kirko. Yeah. Number 7, we got Rory and Mal.
Now. Shout out to the former JPP, I would say alumni. You know what I'm saying? They graduated and they did their own thing. But I will say this: nobody be checking for whatever they got to talk about,
unless Maul got something to say about Drake,
and that stuff go viral
every time.
So, I mean, I feel there are other viable platforms. Like for them to be this high, it's kind of crazy.
And they're even higher than they were last year by a couple spots.
But I mean, they're part of that Netflix family. So maybe that's something too.
Yeah.
But I just don't see it. Like and shout out to them, but I just don't see it.
I wonder just with the whole podcast on Netflix thing, and this is not specific to Rory and Mal, but like in general, I wonder how the viewership compares to YouTube. Like I wonder if it stayed the same or if it increased or like I really would like to know what that looked like.
I'll say this as a Netflix subscriber, the last thing I'm going over to Netflix to do is watch The Breakfast Club, Rory Mal, Bill Simmons, any of those podcasts. I bypass that whole thing.
Yeah.
So y'all doing yourselves a disservice by taking that stuff off of YouTube because that's where I watched a lot of the Breakfast Club clips. Definitely Bill Simmons, definitely those things that I just named. You took it all off of YouTube, where YouTube is still a free vehicle for most.
For most. And
For
I
most.
I would imagine that because like if you think about the Black Effect Network, I
Hmm.
don't know if Netflix pays the network and then they distribute the money, or if they pay the podcast directly. Like I
And
just
you
I
know
don't
what?
know.
You're asking the right questions. But I mean, nobody knows because I imagine that when they did these deals, right, you had to package some type of numbers to give to Netflix. And Netflix say, we're going to acquire the rights to all your podcasts. Like anything on YouTube, all right, they got that. But
Right.
this is what we're doing moving forward. And then what happens when, the deal breaks free? Okay, you go back to YouTube. We see the game playing anyway. So if you're a fan of these podcasts, just continue listening to it in audio form. But the video, Netflix.
It is what it is, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of
Hmm.
Apple Podcast now supports video podcasts. I updated my phone, and when I opened the podcast app, it said new in Apple Podcasts video. So I was like, oh, that's interesting.
That's real.
All right, number 6, Anthony Fantano.
Yeah, he was high last year. I know he does a lot of interviews too. I believe.
Now I'm not. I don't think I'm familiar with him. I don't know if I've
Mm.
seen any of his content.
I seen him on I'm familiar with a lot of people on TikTok. And he give me short form. Give me short form. I don't want to listen to everybody talk.
Got you.
And when he do short form, I'm locked in. I mean, I know who he is. I'll say that. I'm not gonna sit here and say I listen to everything.
Got you. Well, shout out to him. Number 5, we got Charlemagne the God,
Yeah. Still,
constantly in the top 10, of course.
it's hard. It's hard to remove Charlamagne from that top five. I mean, he getting into beefs with the president, man.
Yeah,
It's hard. It's hard.
yeah.
It's hard not to take him out. And then the fact that he's still attached to what's Schultz. Him and Schultz
Oh,
still do Brilliant Idiots.
brilliant idiots. Yeah,
And Schultz had Trump on his other podcast. So it's like it's a lot of moving and shaking over there. So nah, they cool.
what I will say, he love or hate Charlemagne, he knows how to remain relevant, especially as things change. Like
Mhm.
not only in hip hop, but just in the world. Period. Like you said, he got into a beef with Trump, but
Yeah.
like Charlemagne has been able to pivot in and out of hip hop, in and out of politics, and in and out of entertainment. So the fact that he's been able to do that for as long as he has, like I do commend him for that. Even running the Black Effect Network and making sure the podcast that he has on there, they're doing their thing also. I think they just had their like their 4th annual Black Effect podcast festival. Like just being
Okay.
able to curate those types of things and still stay high on these listings like that, man. I do want to shout him out for that.
Yep.
Cause love it or hate it, like he stay doing his thing. He stay doing
Yeah.
his thing. So shout out to Charlemagne.
Yes, sir.
Where we at? Number 4, Jada Kiss and Fat Joe.
Absolutely not. You can't sit here and tell me you watched one episode of Fat Joe and Jadakiss. Fat
uh, I,
Joe, Fat Joe talks like an Italian at this point. Like he talks like a mob boss, and he overtalks, and then he lies. Like there's not one moment that I can even remotely think of, or one good episode. Like I mean, well, no, I'll take that back. They had like when they started out, they were cool, but I think Fat Joe got a little bit more gimmicky as they went on.
I got you.
But they did have like some dope interviews, I think, in the beginning. But if it's just them two, like, hey man, like Fat Joe's just a lot, bro. Like I can't. And then for them to be that high is crazy.
the more clips that I start to see of them, the more I see Jadakiss get annoyed. I don't know if anybody notices that, but like the more and more newer clips come out, Jadakiss just be like, "Hey Joe, you gotta relax, bro." I see it on his face, and I don't like. I mean, shout out to them for being able to pivot into podcasting. But if I'm being 100% honest, and I don't wish this on nobody for real, I'm very interested to see how long they last in doing this, because I think it's been like 2 years.
The way,
like for real,
move out the way, bro.
Because you know what? I ain't gonna get into that, but yeah, like I'm cool.
I'm big cool.
I'm cool. All right, number 3, DJ Vlad.
Hey man, unfortunately, hey man, they hate Vlad TV, but Vlad be cooking.
This is all Aries Spears and Lil Boosie fault.
Well, they sat down with the man and let him run it up. That's on them.
This is all their fault, and that's where I'm gonna lead that one.
That's where you'll leave it at.
I ain't really got.
I ain't got much to say. I ain't got much to say about Vlad. Hey, do your thing.
All right, number 2, Joe Budden.
I mean, hey,
come on, JBP, man. We know what it is. We know what it is.
Just go ahead and we know number 1. Yeah, go. I ain't got nothing to say about that.
DJ Akademiks.
Hey man, don't nothing move like Act. Act is like his clips he is entertaining. I will say that. And when I say entertaining, he's a provocateur.
Yeah,
like he knows what to say and says it in a way that provokes reaction and emotion, whether he's pro or against. And he knows he's not likable, right? To the people. Like, if he's speaking against something that you like about, and the way he goes about it, I'm like, oh nah, Act, you just bugging, bro. Like, you just saying stuff. But he got I don't know how he got them kids under over there messing with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to Act though. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man, I can't turn a blind eye to the work that he put in, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's one of the first, if not the first, to report on almost everything there is in hip hop, especially anything dealing with Drake, but like a lot of like the court cases and like anything going on with those types of rappers, like he be on it, right?
Yeah.
Even down to like Megan Thee Stallion, like anything, he's always on it. So yeah. I can't sit here and lie and say I don't see the work that he really put in. It's just the content ain't for me. It's not for me, and that's okay. But I do see and I recognize the work and the hustle that he put into his platform. So I can't even be mad at that.
This is the thing, right? Everybody that we named in the top 5 are entities, right?
Yeah.
Charlamagne, Vlad,
Joe.
Yep. All those pages are entities. They got subgroups. Like, the mention of something that they do can spark content and even, I would dare say, money for other people.
Yep.
Because there are pages that are dedicated to JBP clips, Akademiks TV, Vlad content. So that's why, even tying it back to the Vlad conversation about Aries Spears and Lil Boosie, yeah, he might pay them a X, Y, and Z for an interview, right? But that gets chopped and screwed so many times. It's so many people that can get paid off of Boosie just talking.
Facts.
The next meme could come from a Boosie interview.
Yep, that's true.
So, like, hey man, salute to the top 5, bro.
Gotta respect it.
That's what I got. Hey man, let us know what y'all think about Complex and that at least the list. Like, we weren't, unfortunately, we ain't trying to go through all 35.
Man, it's 35 people. That's a lot. That's
a lot. But hey man, let's try this out too. This is a real fun conversation. It came up on Instagram. It is the best albums that never happened. And it's in the genre of hip hop. It was a lot of albums that either got shelved or, whatever happened, beefs, whatever, people just start, fooling with each other. But let's just try to see what's up, man.
Let's do it. All right, so for this first one, we got Playboy Cardi and Lil Uzi Vert. And it would have been 1629. This was in development in 2017, 2018.
I would say this. I helicopter in. I listen to Lil Uzi Vert, Playboy Cardi, not for me, but this would have been like a best of both worlds type for somebody. like, like this would have went crazy for one of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the Rolling Loud crew. Oh my God, they would have went crazy. Like,
Rolling
imagine a
Loud,
Rolling Loud
Coachella,
set with both of them.
the whole festival circuit would have went crazy.
Oh, crazy.
All right, well, shout out to them. Shout out to them. The next one we got Dr. Dre and Detox.
Man,
that shit was in development for 8 years. That's crazy.
This was the unicorn of hip hop, the fable. Like, you know what I'm saying? We heard about it, and it was supposed to be this big grand masterpiece. And then at that point, I think Dr. Dre was 2 for 3. People don't talk about that Aftermath album for whatever reason. They talk about Chronic. They don't talk about that little Aftermath album where you did the shiny suit. I don't even know the name of it, but it was an album. And then we got 2001. And then Detox was supposed to come after that. And Dr. Dre has put out an album since. I think he came out with the Compton album in 2015.
Yeah. Yep.
But Detox just never came out for whatever reason it is. and it became like bigger. Like the myth just kept building. And I think he just, didn't want to put it out for that reason.
I think in the beginning, I think he really did begin to work on Detox. But after a while, I think he just let the legend of Detox itself live on, knowing that he wasn't gonna put this shit out. I really do think that.
And at the point that he put out 2001, right? He had just got Eminem on, and Eminem was a big part of that album. Yeah. But he still had Snoop. He still had Exhibit. It was like guys in the camp that was making that heat for him. And then around the time 50 Cent came, that's when the Detox stuff started coming.
Right.
And I don't know if he wanted to put anything out with that, kind of with all that going. Like, I mean, that's my take on it. Like, you would think he would have did it because you could have rode the wave of that. Like, you just had Game and Dre in that time space. Like, oh, it could have really worked, but hey, it is what it is.
And you know what? And that's really a good point. And I feel like, I guess during the development of this, he had so many transitions with Aftermath and the Aftermath offspring, right? Eminem, 50 Cent, G Unit, Kendrick Lamar. Like, it was so much changing during that time. Like, every time he probably felt like he wanted to put it out, the industry was different. So maybe he couldn't keep
the other thing too. He fumbled because think about, okay, even if you don't want to make Detox this Dr. Dre album, which you could at least made it like a compilation album for your Aftermath artists. Because think about it like this: Busta Rhymes was over there, Eve was over there, Rakim was over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not to mention, you got Shady and you got Eminem and anybody that's over there. You got 50. I mean, anybody that's over there. So it's like it could have been something. It could have been something big. You know what I'm saying? I think he fumbled it more so. I don't know. Maybe because we don't know what the creative direction he was going in. But if you made a compilation out of all those people he had access to,
imagine a double disc compilation album.
I mean, he could have did that. It really
that would have been crazy.
In a time where double disc matter. We'll talk about that soon.
All right, the next one we got Kanye West, Yandhi.
I think there are more Kanye West albums on this project. In 2018. I'm not really sure what space Ye was in, and if that's something I really want to listen to.
What year was Life of Pablo? I'm trying to think about what was out around this time.
Pablo was 16. Ye, if Yandhi was 18, that might be the 7-track era. The 7-track.
He put out his own.
Yeah, right? He put out Ye, and that was garbage, and that was 2018.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have wanted this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm good on that.
Yeah. Next one, Playboy Cardi and Kanye West. Cartier. I see what they did there.
I like that, but skip.
Skip. Next we got Drake and Kanye, Calabasas in a new Abu Dhabi.
You missed me with the title, but a Drake and Kanye West album sounds great.
In 2016.
In 2016 sounds.
This might have broke the world. Like this would have been crazy.
They started beefing.
Right. Yeah. Next one we got Mad Lib and Mac Miller. Mac Lib. 2017 through 2019 development.
I'm one of them people that got hip to Mac. Like, I already knew who Mac was, but I really didn't listen to his music until after he passed. I'm one of those guys. Excuse me. You know, people want to gate you. Shut up, you dork. But right. But knowing what Mad Lib does and knowing how Mac kind of morphed into this artist. Like at first, I didn't take him seriously. I thought he was goofy, but I didn't take him seriously as an artist. And then when I started listening to his music, I was like, oh, was I mistaken? Like some Tyler Creator stuff. Like I was mistaken.
Yo,
I missed the boat. But just knowing what him and Madlib possibly could have did, man, that would have been that. Seeing what he did with like Freddie Gibbs and these other guys, he would have laced Mac. He would have got Mac right.
And that's my thing, right? Like I'm not super familiar with Mac Miller's like catalog. Like I know he could rap, but I know what Madlib does, right? Yes. And just knowing that Mac Miller can rap, and I think he would have done amazing on Madlib production. So yeah, that would have been fire. Next we got Travis Scott and Kid Cudi, the Scotts.
Makes sense. They're both good music artists. I'm pretty sure they work well together. Like, they got, songs and stuff like that, melodic and all that great stuff. So it would have been there for whoever wanted to listen to it.
Yeah, I think I would have been cool on this one.
We know.
Yeah. Next we got Kanye West, Good Ass Job, 2008 through 2010.
This is the one that should have came out, but unfortunately he went the other route with making 808s. This is supposed to be part of the graduation series, like the school series or whatever you call it.
Oh, got it. Oh, damn.
Because it would have followed graduation, right?
Yeah.
And then I remember early on, Kanye said that Good Ass Job would be his last album. That was when he said in like 2004. Like when he first kind of exploded into the scene, he's like, I'm only making a few albums, and look at us now.
Well, I guess it's good that this didn't come out, because then we wouldn't have gotten My Beautiful Twisted Dark Fantasy.
I guess it would pivoted to it, because Good As I wonder what that album would sound like if he released any of those, if he made any of those lyrics over to other songs or something like that. But I mean, like you said, we don't get My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I mean, unfortunately, as experimental as that was, we don't get Yeezus, we don't get Cruel Summer, we don't get the Good Friday stuff.
Yeah, right.
So,
right. If it's, I don't know what's on the rest of this list, but so far, this is the one I would like to leak. Like, if anything on this list leak, like this one is the one I would want to leak.
Absolutely.
Next one we got Ski Master, Slum God, and Juice WRLD, Evil Twins. Nothing. Nope. Nada. All right, I'm going. Looking right. Dr. Dre and Ice Cube, Helter Skelter.
Okay.
This is development in '94.
I had to look at the year, because looking at the picture, they use old. They use current.
they use modern pictures.
And I'm like, well, wait a minute, brother.
they got Ice Cube in his big three uniform. Like
right. But if we talking about them in '94, this is like after they done said NWA and all that, and they done they done reconciled. They got a little bit of money. I'm here for that. In '94.
Oh, yeah. Nah, I'm with you. Damn, when did Friday come out?
95.
95? Oh yeah, this was right before Friday too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Nah, we needed that. We needed that. Next one we got Black Hippie. That's K Dot. That's J Rock, Ab-Soul, and Schoolboy Q.
I feel like
20 development.
I'm about to say what didn't they have an album, like, or was it like a compilation, or was it like a Black Hippie collective or something? Like, I feel like they did something.
So like they named themselves Black Hippie as a group, but I don't think they officially released any music. Okay. They may have had like a song on a mixtape, or maybe they all featured on somebody's song, but they never put out official music as Black Hippie.
Okay, well,
but in 2012, shit, that shit would have been fire.
That would have been good.
Fire, and I think that was around the time Slaughterhouse was doing their thing too, if I'm not mistaken.
That might have been Slaughterhouse with the second album.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Black Hippie shit would have been fire.
Well, yeah.
Next we got Doom Starks, Ghostface Killer, and MF Doom, Swift and Changeable.
That's above my rap pay grade. So,
I'm with you. It's just funny.
Listen,
above
that's the polite way of saying pass.
Next,
Skill.
All right, Child Rebel Soldier. For real, Kanye West and Lupe Fiasco. God
It
unwilling.
sounded cool, but
It's a no
no.
for you. It's a no for you.
No, not that I say that they couldn't. Come on now, I am very capable of thinking that one of the greatest lyricists and two of the best producer rappers that ever have graced hip hop could
Mhm.
make a formidable project. It's just too many egos. That's too many egos. I'm surprised Pharrell and Kanye was even cool.
In 2010 though, like I think that was still the height of everything, right?
That's the hype for Ye.
Mm.
It definitely went for Lupe.
Oh yeah, damn.
But they did I know they did the one song, Everybody Dancing remix on the NERD album,
Yep.
which I loved. I loved it. I loved the punk rock rap. I love whatever that fusion of music was. But I guess we just know how things played out, and we know Lupe is Lupe, for real is for real, and Ye is Ye. I'm surprised them three people was even in the same room, bro.
Same room.
Like,
I'll say this: had this happened, like there's no in between for this album. It's either it was either gonna be up there, the toppest of tier, or this shit was gonna be completely trash. Like I don't think there's any room for it to be just okay.
yeah,
When it comes to these individuals together.
yeah.
So yeah. The next one we have All City Chess Club. So this is Lupe, Pharrell, J. Cole, Asher Roth, Childish Gambino, B.O.B., The Cool Kids, Charles Hamilton, Blue, Wale, Mickey Fax, and Dosage. And this was the same year as the last one.
Yeah.
Skip.
That made my head hurt, bro. That's too many people.
Skip. All right. Well, next we have How Fly Boys, Big Sean, Currency, Wiz Khalifa.
It makes sense. Like that could have. I mean, that could still put that out. I don't think it's gonna be ground. It will. I would look at that, and it's ironic that Wiz is attached to this, but Big Crit, Wiz, and Smoke Dizza have a project. Solid.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be good for those that want to listen to it. But I'm not gonna sit here and say it's earth shattering. It's gonna make music great again. Like it's not that. But I mean, if they want to do that right now, they can.
I think I'm a little thrown off by Big Sean in this. I
can see how you would feel that, but I mean, Big Sean, Currency, and Wiz all came in the game together. Like I think they were all on the same XSL cover at one point. So that doesn't behoove me that they're cool. Like you know what I'm saying? They cool. Maybe you think about like style.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. Like not not saying that like they can't collaborate or nothing like that. But when I think of Currency and Wiz Khalifa, like their styles kind of mesh, their personalities mesh.
Yeah.
And Big Sean does, for me, at least to me on the outside looking in, doesn't really match with their aesthetic, if that makes sense.
I think because with Wiz and Currency, they never really had like when they went mainstream, Currency never went mainstream. So he didn't have like this thing where it kind of seemed like he was losing himself. Yeah. Big Sean got away from that when he started making more and more like mainstream push. Because Big Sean obviously can rap, and he can rap real well. If you go back to like mixtapes, right? Mixtapes, all this makes sense. But if you're talking about like Big Sean, like making, the songs that he made, you know what I'm saying?
I think that's where my brain is going.
Yeah.
I think that's where my brain is going. So I mean, either way, they all can rap, they all make good music. So yeah. Next we got The Commission. We got there's Biggie, Jay-Z, and Charlie Baltimore.
It was supposed to happen. they took him away, bro. Like it was supposed to happen. The Commission was going to happen. It was going to happen. They got big about the paint, bro. And then, Charlie was his side chick, and it really didn't, her Charlie didn't have no chance. like Kim got her popping. Like, Charlie was, got it kicked off to the side, bro.
Yeah. I would have absolutely been here for this. Now, this is something that I probably would have to go back and listen to in '99. I don't think I was like, damn, what grade was I in? like
but
8th
the
grade.
thing is, the development of this is off because Big died in '97. So I mean, did it start in '97?
But maybe, and
Oh,
like maybe they started development. Maybe they recorded some songs or something, and
that's
then
possible. That's possible.
yeah,
And then they probably got repackaged for Born Again and Biggie duets and all
yeah.
this
See,
other
look,
stuff.
look,
Yeah, that's possible. Puff wasn't having none of that.
none of that. Hell
Jay
no.
Z Jay Z didn't have no business acumen then, so I don't want to hear none of that. He couldn't say these big verses.
Dude,
He couldn't do nothing with them.
right. The next one we got Murder Inc., Jay-Z, DMX, and Ja Rule.
Well, I mean, they were something like a group. I think that was the thing. And I think it would have been dope if they did do a super group like this
Mhm.
because at the time, Def Jam was faction heavy, so you had Murder Inc., Rock, and Rough Riders. And if
Mhm.
you got the three head honchos getting together and making an album, that would have been hey, that would have been it. And then
Ima-
look at the time
imagine that
frame, all
tour.
of them hot, all three of them hot.
Imagine a tour back then with this album coming out. Oh, that would have been crazy.
Oh yeah, a tour with them. I mean, that's essentially what Hard Knock Life was. You know what I'm saying? Jay Z was just a hair bit like more mainstream than DMX, but DMX had the stage presence. But
Mhm.
if all them was able to do songs together, bro, like an album. Now that's where you get the 12 piece off. Like you know what I'm saying? You get the 12 off, and then I would have had it like this. Everybody had their own individual song. You
Yep.
had like maybe 7 to 8 tracks with all three of them, and then maybe you throw in a feature, another rapper like Jada or like an R&B feature, like something like that. Oh, this would have been one of them ones at that time. One of them ones.
Damn, it's that. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
All right. Next one we got Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole.
it'll never happen. It should have. I remember when there was talks about this happening back then and
Me
how
too.
hype everybody was for a potential album between those two because it just seemed like it worked so well. It's like something that was going to work. And now,
Never,
I don't think
never.
I don't think they'll collab again.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. Especially knowing that Kendrick was supposed to be on the fall off. Like he was on the fall off, and then everything happened, so
Yeah.
Cole had to take him off. It's crazy, man. All right, the last one, UGK and 3 6 Mafia, the Underground Mafia.
Hey,
Hey, this would have been
well,
fun.
I mean, hey,
Oh God, this would have been so
we got
fire.
international players after them, man. If we could have got, well, and obviously they fool with each other. I mean, you got a lot of production here, you got a lot of history here. I mean, they obviously a lot of respect here. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And I would have loved to, for this to happen. And rest in peace, Pimp C, because he passed in I think 2006, 2007, somewhere up in there. So, man,
Was this the only? Hold on.
what Southern one? I think that's what you
Yeah,
want. Yeah, that's
yeah.
what it looked like.
Interesting. Interesting. But nah, UGK, that shit would have been
Yeah, that would have been
super
heat.
fire, super
Definitely.
player. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ. But
yeah.
yeah.
But now, people, let us know what y'all think about just those albums that never came out, like those mythical albums, right? But before we get up out of here, we got to hit you with an OG topic, man. We're not gonna keep you long, but I was fortunate enough, I would say, to listen to the Chris Brown album that dropped on Friday and Sunday now. So the Brown album came out. This is not an in-depth album review, so if you're looking for those type of takes, huh, I'm
Not
not
yet.
your guy.
Not yet.
Not
Not yet.
not not your guy. But it kind of spawned this debate, and I wanted to bring it to Johnny in my mind, and I was like, I want to bring it to Johnny. Chris Brown has only one true musical contemporary, and we always try to make it like a Usher or, oh, he's like Michael Jackson. No, I don't think he like Mike. Like we need to stop that too. He just dance. All right, cool. Like sample the Michael Jackson song. All right, bet. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's about it. But I think he only has one true musical contemporary, and that's Drake. Um, Chris Brown and Drake have like a unique similarity, even though one came out in 2005 and then Drake didn't really blow up until like 2010. That's at least when his debut album came out. So you got someone that has a 5-year head start,
Mhm.
but they both make the same type of music. Like they both put out music in a rapid succession, right? They never
Okay.
really give you time to breathe.
Yep.
Because Drake is dropping next week. I mean, this weekend, next week. So if we get another 27 track album, I'm talking about from Drake, because that is
Yeah.
very possible.
Right.
He ain't been out. He hasn't dropped a solo effort in 3 years. For All the Dogs came out
One of the
23.
dogs. That's right. Okay.
So that's his solo effort, and we haven't gotten that. And that was probably like a nice 20 track album, 20
Mm.
plus track album with, bonus features. I mean, bonus tracks and all that. So you get over here to Iceman, which we haven't seen the track listing yet. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a myriad of songs, like genres, features. Like Drake has to deliver, and Chris Brown does that too. You just don't notice it because because Chris Brown is an R&B artist, so, or a pop artist if you want to go that far with it. So you make him, you don't hold him to the same standard that we hold Drake, because Drake is a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
But with Chris Brown, he puts out so much music in such a short amount of time. Like 1111 was just 24, right? Or 25. No, it was 24, because he went on tour
He did
in
go on tour.
25.
Right?
So 25 didn't even have an album. So now we got a new album with another whole 27 songs. And my take on the Brown album is very, very simple. It's more of the same. And I find the gems on the album. Yes, I do. But there's a lot on there that can be cut off, skipped, deleted. This ain't it. Or before I feel like hitting skip, the song is over. So I'm tired of these generational artists, and these two in particular, dropping albums that are mediocre. And we should stop accepting mediocre from these niggas. Like I'm really like perplexed. It's like it feels like they both have the same deal. It's just that Drake whined about his deal publicly. Chris just out here making music. Like Chris said, "Hey, I'm gonna work this off though." like what? Like why has Chris been on tour for the past 4 years? Like he could have just did one tour, like one long two-year tour. Mike did it in the 80s. Like I know logistics and stuff are different, but it's just a point, bro. Like what are we talking? Like, bro, it's so many more points I want to get to. I just want to reel you in on the conversation.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think about that?
First of all, it's funny. But so I guess the easiest thing is to not think of them as contemporaries, right? Because it's two different genres. And when you made the comment about them making the same type of music, I had to reel myself back in, because I was like, wait, but no, they really do. It's interesting because Drake, as a rapper, he does so many different styles. He gets off into his singing bag, and I think it's easier for an artist like Chris Brown to do that because he is an R&B singer, right? It's easier for him to get into reggae and R&B and soul and all these other genres that Drake seemingly has done also, but as a rapper, right? So I think I agree with you with them being contemporaries. The next point about the music, like we always mention, Drake has been on a tear for 15, 20 years, literally nonstop, back to back to back. This is probably the longest we've seen Drake without putting out any. Well, shit, he still put out music. He put out the joint with what's the double album? I'm not double album. Yeah, the album he put out with Porter Next Door. He had a few features that flopped, but he's still been putting out music, just not a solo effort, right? So yes, both Chris Brown and Drake, yes, they put out an enormous amount of music in a short time. Yeah. Chris Brown does it by putting out these what we call audio books as albums, right? Yeah. And Drake just constantly not only puts out albums but does features and all these other things. So I do think that watered downs and dilutes the product that is put out. And I think I've said that publicly about Drake. Like I feel like at one point he needed to take 5 years off just to chill. Like Drake Drake is Drake. Drake has been Drake for a very long time, so he's afforded the luxury to do that. I feel in my eyes, I feel like he is, and that would give him. I feel like that would give him the time to go back in the lab, chill, go take a trip or something. You know what? Remember what Michael Jackson said in the pool? I need to receive these. I need to receive these ideas from the universe before they give him the prints.
Yeah.
That's what. That's what Drake needs.
Well, you know what happens when like you have like great artists that just they kind of run from greatness, right?
Mhm.
Like they don't like to be challenged, and that's what it feels like when I listen to a Chris Brown album. I'll leave Drake alone for right now,
Okay.
but Chris has the same level of writers. Like he doesn't lock in with who he should lock in with, because if you listen to the first two albums, Chris Brown, which is self-titled, and then Exclusive, those albums are night and day better. Like I mean, head over heels better than anything he's put out. But now it's kind of like he sticks to the same guys, like the Eric Bellingers, with all due respect, the Kenyon Dixons, with all due respect, even the Tank. Tank just like Tank was on this album and didn't even do nothing, bro. Like Tank is like an R&B savant. You doing a song called hashtag Body Goals? Fuck out of here. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't do it, and I think they play the same level of game when it comes to like marketing albums. This is where I tie Drake back into it, because Drake has all these people like saying, "Oh, Iceman is this and it's coming and it's blah blah blah," and then you get Chris over here saying, "Oh, the Brown album," and then he does the R&B pose that's like synonymous with like great R&B music, and then you give us more of the same. Like it's like a few. Like I'm not saying the album doesn't have songs, but I'm wanting things from artists, and I
Mhm.
want you to challenge yourself. These are 37, 38, 39, 40-year-old men that are still playing the same game when it comes to putting out music. That's
It's
frustrating.
it sounds like it sounds like as artists they are content. It seems like I don't want to use the term stuck in their ways, but that's kind of what it feels like, right?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't sound like, well, we haven't heard Iceman yet, but
Yeah.
from what you're saying about Kanye, Chris Brown and his new album, there's no challenge there. It's more of the same. It's what we come to expect from a Chris Brown,
Yeah.
which is crazy because what at least what I was expecting, I haven't listened to it yet. What I was expecting from seeing the album cover is this is straight R&B heat, like some new shit. But it sounds like it's more the same.
No, it's more the same. It's definitely
27 tracks of more the same is
bro,
crazy.
bro. Like it's some songs on here. I keep saying this because I want people to understand. I'm not, coming from a place of hate when I say this.
Mhm.
No, there are songs on here, and I enjoy them. I have
Mhm.
been playing them, but as an album, like what am I supposed to do with this? Like the song with its songs rap features on here. These rap features don't even need to be here. Stacey Red, Glorilla, um, NBA YoungBoy, nigga.
Seeing 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 an album cover like this Brown
Facts.
album cover, I should not see Glorilla's name. I should never see Sexy Red's
Stacey
name
Red.
on no shit like this. I should
Exactly.
never. Low key, I think I might be okay with NBA YoungBoy because I've heard what he can do on smoother sounding like rap. So maybe an NBA YoungBoy, but I definitely don't need to hear no Sexy Red.
Bonus
And
track at best for
Jesus
some of these.
Christ.
And that's my critique of the album, right? He got Vibes Cartel, so he has his reggae song on there, which is heat. Which is I'm talking about this heat. It's heat now. Listen, this heat. I'm talking about heat rock now. Like I fool with it now. But that's me though. But I wasn't looking for this. And
Yep.
then when you finally get R&B bro Tank, the savant that he is, he just like singing. He just be like you said, he just be in hotel lobby singing. And then you do this song called hashtag Body Goes. Who is this for? Let the new B5 get that or something. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm listen, bro. I'm all about growth with my artists, bro. And like I'll even reel in like a Usher or a Justin Timberlake, because at some points they took breaks,
Yep.
and then when they came back, they were highly anticipated. They would take breaks in between, and they are still considered great.
But you know what? With them now, I
Mhm.
think for Chris Brown and Drake, I feel like they may be past the time of their career where they can take a real break, because think about the demographic of their audience.
Yeah.
It's people that are shit, the older millennials, right?
Yeah.
Well, okay, maybe I'm refuting my own point here, because I'm thinking about it like this. I just said Drake needs to break.
Yeah.
Like, whether or not Iceman is fire, we know that there's a tour coming. Cool.
Mhm.
Do the tour, drop the album, do the tour, probably end sometime in 2027. Drake needs to go on some type of hiatus. The man has been working, shit, Chris Brown too, for however long he's been working. You need a year-long vacation. Go to Australia, go to Antarctica. I don't know. I don't care where you go. Just go somewhere and chill. Let the people miss you. And maybe this is what he's doing. Maybe this is what he's been doing, prepping for Iceman, letting the people miss him. Because it's been too much. And at some point, you're gonna run out of gas. You're going to run out of gas. And what I mean by that is that the product is going to suffer, which is what it has been going on over the last few years. Product has been suffering.
And yeah, it has been. And the way that both of these artists just release music is kind of like it's like if you're a fan, all right, cool. He's feeding the streets, like, and then not to mention the feature game. Chris Brown be on songs with rappers you don't even think. How did they even get his number? Like, you know what I'm saying? But he be on songs. Like, if you listen to the radio, you just hear Chris Brown feature. You like Chris Brown on this, Chris Brown on that, Chris Brown. Listen, if anybody would do a versus, it should be them two.
Right.
Like,
Right.
yes, Drake would kill a lot of people, rappers too. Chris Brown will kill a lot of people. That's why people think that he'll get us out the paint in the verses. No, 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 no. You know who need to battle? Them two. Like I don't know how, because like you said, like we stated, one's an R&B star, one's a rap star. However, they both make popular music. So get out here and just make the. Well, I don't need to care that Drake got this hard rap song, and he come with a R&B joint. All right, cool, whatever, bro. Like, he got hella dancey R&B songs that can be played. But
Right.
I'm just sitting there looking at Chris Brown's discography, right? Since 2014, he has put out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is his ninth project.
Since what year?
Since 2014.
2014.
And that was his last good album to me. And see, now listen, I might be losing because I know you don't remember Chris Brown albums like that. But X is his last good album to me, and that was 2014. Like, as an album, right? As a cohesive body of work. And this is the one that got New Flame on it with Usher, ironically.
Okay.
But you got Fan of a Fan with Tiger. You got Royalty. You got Heartbreak on the Moon. Hold on. Well, it's 2 Heartbreaks on the New Moon, so maybe I counted that out. So maybe it's 8, not 9.
Mhm.
So you have Indigo. You have Slime and B with Young Thug. You have Breezy. You have 1111. And then now you have Brown. Come on, bro.
And
If
a lot
somebody-
of them have over 20 tracks.
Yes. Every single one.
Jesus.
Hell, X had 22 songs.
It's like, I don't understand how he recording all his music. I don't know. Maybe he live in the studio.
I mean, I imagine that he does, and then he has all these great writers, like these R&B underlings, and that's not a disrespect to them, but I'm just saying he got all them kind of like on speed dial, like how Beyonce does The Dream. Like, hey, I need that song, big dog. Don't worry about that. Bring it over here. But and then I mean, you can tell he writes some of his songs too, which is the other thing. Like like you can tell the songs he writes. Like, oh, like Chris wrote this. Nobody else wrote this. Chris wrote this.
That's funny. That's funny.
But
I don't. Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
So no, I was just gonna ask. So like, for each of them, what's the next step? So we know Iceman is coming out this week. We can guarantee that a tour is coming to accompany the album. What's next? What's next for Drake? What should be next for Drake after the tour?
The people. Well, I'm stuck, right? Because I think that he should take a break. I think that if Iceman is going to be this great album, let it breathe. Let it breathe. Like, let the music stand for, and then show us why we should miss you. If this is the last one for a while.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But nobody would hear me on that because they're saying, "Oh, you just don't want to drink the red. You don't want rap just to see." Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up.
But even with Chris Brown, right? So Chris Brown just put out the album, going on tour, starting I think next month. Crazy. So like when this tour is over with Usher, what's next for Chris Brown?
He go do the Brown tour next. He ain't missing no money. As long as he get out there and heel toe and crit walk, bro, he better get this money, man.
How many Chris Brown concerts is too much in the span of 4 years?
I'm not going to see him no more. After this one.
Cool.
I'm cool. I done seen him flow around in the air, bro. I just ain't seen Usher. Like that's the thing. Like I ain't see Usher. Like so it's kind of like, all right, you putting both of them together. All right, cool. I guess once in a lifetime type of event. I might want to go to that.
Yeah.
But bro, it's so many songs like that he like you didn't go to the show, but remember I was telling you, and you probably seen it on like on social media how the DJ would play songs that he didn't even get a chance to do on stage, and he come out doing the set doing that in between the set change. Like, come on, like that. I mean, that sounds great in theory, but my nigga, like
it's too much. It's too much.
It's too much. And then the song that he performed, like he released a Lucy, like the song with Bryson Tiller. He released it just to not perform it with the nigga that's on tour with him at the same.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That song like Chris be playing in our face, like but the music, like I mean, listen, he go give you 6 to 7 tracks on these albums that you go like. Everything else is kind of like, oh, this is some cool, and then the other ones like, this ain't it.
He could go to Bruno Mars route and just drop the 9-track album, and the shit'll be a classic.
Mm-hmm. And I think, well, I don't want to talk about Bruno because I didn't listen to the album enough, but you know. Yeah, I've heard mixed reviews about the romantic. I'll just say that.
Well, I just meant in Bruno Mars's discography, right? I don't mean this new one, just in general.
Well, the problem with it is, right? Bruno put up the right people to make his goddamn songs. That's the point. And Bruno is more of a songwriter. I think he has a better pen to me than Chris Brown does.
Yeah.
So when he puts pen and pad, it hits a little different, but. Nobody didn't tell Chris not to go holler at Babyface or go holler at Teddy Riley or not go holler at none of them guys that gave us, them songs over there. Now he didn't do that.
And if you're gonna make the album cover, those are the people you need to go talk to. Those are the people you need to talk to.
I guarantee you, if you listen to this album, it's no different than listening to Breezy 1111. I'm not even joking. Like I wish I was joking. I wish I was hating. Like I know what. And I'm a Chris Brown fan. I'm not sitting there saying like I'm not a fan. I've listened to all these albums. They are starting to bleed together.
At what point do we realize that all of these songs are just leftovers from the last album? Because it gotta it has to be, right?
He just recorded new singles. like Leon, let me come holler at you, big dog. I need come over here.
That's it.
But anything else is kind of like, I mean, listen, bro. Like I said, I found the good 6, 7 that I like. I'm a fool with them, but at the end of the day, let's not overhype what this is. And he playing in our face, making an album cover what he did. And did not follow through if making like a true R&B album, because both of these artists that I named, Chris and Drake, they both do the streaming games. That's why these albums are so lengthy when it comes to pause, if applicable when it comes to the tracks. Right? You're talking about 20 plus tracks. Who needs 20 songs? Like I don't want to have to listen. I want to listen to your album for enjoyment. I don't want it to feel like a task.
That's
like fact. 20, bro. I am a cubicle working nigga. Listen, I can have the earphones on, but if I hit play and I look down and I see all them songs, I'm like, man, I need help. I need help getting through my work day. All these joints better slap. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's my point. These joints better slap.
Oh man. So
but
now
they don't slap.
Right. Not only am I bored at work, now I'm bored at work listening to this damn album.
Right. It's like this album feels like such a task to get through. Like, and it's not even like a Chris Brown thing. I think it's just we talked about like how albums are just too long. Why am I looking down? This shit say 90 minutes. I can watch a movie.
Man, what? For real?
I can watch a movie for this, bro. Like, what are you talking?
Oh man, yeah, nah.
But
albums should not be the length of movies.
They should not. But just all in all, before we kind of get up out of here, man, it's just I want more from these artists that I am truly fans of. I'm a fan of Drake, despite the criticism or the hate y'all think I might have for him, and I'm a fan of Chris Brown, despite the criticisms or the hate you might think I had in just that whole rant. But I think that we should challenge our artists to do better because they if Chris Brown, I mean, if Drake comes out and breaks Michael Jackson's record, we'll never hear the end of it, right? When it comes like that, I think the hit tally or whatever record he getting ready to break, he go do it, and he go want to be held to the standard of Mike. But Mike was damn near a perfectionist, which you are not when it comes to your music. So why the fuck should I care about those things?
Indeed.
So I'm wanting people to have this level of pride when it comes to their albums, and it just doesn't feel like that no more. It feels like such a business.
And
it's no way, Johnny, if you was a recording artist, you can look at 27 songs and say, you know what, my fans need all of them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's no way you can look at the whiteboard and see 27 of them.
First of all, 27 songs on my whiteboard ain't no more space. I gotta erase some of this. Like, I gotta let some of this go. Some of this gotta go. Like, no. Like, what? Okay, what happened to the real deluxe? Why not give me half of this shit and then put the deluxe with the rest? Like, give me the best joints, from this for the original album, and then the rest you could do the deluxe.
See, now we talking, because remember when Justin Timberlake did 2020, right?
Yeah.
We don't even talk about part 2.
Nope.
We only talk about part 2. Part 1, heat rock,
smackers, like
smackers, bangers from top to bottom. It's lit.
Part 2 came out. We listened to that shit one time, and it was like, no,
we take 1 or 2 off of there.
Part one, baby.
But see, that's what you can do, right? Like, just break that joint up. Give us the best ones first. Then, if you wanna ride that money train, just go slide the rest of them out a little bit later.
For real, because this is crazy.
But hey, man. But clearly, we have reached the end of our docket. Johnny, what you got for him, bro?
Listen, if you are listening to us on audio or watching us on YouTube, we appreciate y'all from rocking with us this long. If you're on YouTube, hit the comment section. Let us know about any of the topics that we discussed today. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. And we will catch everybody next week. Episode 311. Ralph, anything left for the people?
Yes, sir. Like we said at the end of every episode, we appreciate you guys for tapping into the things that Johnny and myself like to talk about for this hour and some odd change. But when you see the faces, the link, or the logo, make sure you share it, because OS is for the streets.
And with that, that's episode 311.
311.
And out.
Chill.
Peace.